you know, I'll be a number for you if you'll be a number for me is kind of missing the point of the platform. Yeah, and like occasionally I'll get like, somebody will rate me and like they'll be nice and they'll be cool, but then I'll get like a Twitter message afterwards and they tag me in some tag with like support small streamers and stuff like that. And I mean, it's not that like all of this stuff at its core isn't necessarily bad per se or or poorly like become a what have you done for me lately. Yeah, I mean, see the thing about, and I think the thing about Twitch that's good is that like the way this platform is built just on a like from multiple perspectives, it doesn't really support that all that well, right? It's just like if you do X for me, then I'll do Y for you. If you do Y for me, then I'll do X for you, And it's like we're exchanging, and it's like, yeah, I mean that does happen. Um, all relationships do have an element of exchange, but and I suppose on a platform where business is kind of conducted, there can be formal transactions as well. But like I feel like some of the lurk for lurk community tries to avoid like both of those things. And it's like you're putting yourself out in the open and you're trying to grow without like the sort of vulnerability
As you wish.
that's actually you know like one of the things that Twitch rewards, right? Like you shouldn't be here if you come here to get stuff. You'll probably be somewhat disappointed generally, right? If you come to Twitch to give something, because you're giving entertainment, right? You're putting on a show, like, and it's like people don't owe you like anything, right? And I think that stuff kind of starts to get into into that space where it's just kind of like, I'm not getting any views, or like, well, I'm gonna do this for somebody, then they're gonna do that for me, and it's just kind of like, I mean, that might happen, but it's like, man, my thoughts aren't very formed on this, but it's just kind of like, it's just kind of like that'll lead to a lot of frustration. I rated this one guy once, young guy, and I gave him a raid. His stream seemed all right, but then he seemed like really sad and depressed when I had to go to sleep and leave after the raid. And I think that's, and I don't know if it's so much that it's his fault, but it's like when you look at Twitch and you just look at raw numbers and you just look at raw analytics, and you miss like the relationship aspect or the entertainment aspect or the giving kind of aspect, which is easy to do. It can turn it into like, just, I don't know, just this not that great nice of a place to be. This isn't as articulate as I usually am about like topics like this, because it's one I don't completely understand yet, but hopefully I'm making some kind of sense. My take is like, I'm here and I'm kind of doing what like I kind of do anyway, right? Like anybody who knows me, like all my RRL friends that watch the stream would be like, yeah,
I shall.
this is kind of what I do, and then other people could enjoy it. And no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to articulate this, really. I don't know how to articulate it. It's just because I think the thing is, it's kind of like a relational sharing, entertainment, emotional thing. Like it's something unique to streaming. That, can I get the key to this stinking door? What the heck? We can't get in. No, I mean, money's nice. Money helps, but if I was if I was specifically here for only money, like I could do a lot of things a lot better. I mean, it's a mixture of multiple various things, right? But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just ends up being such a place of negative emotion if you're like making everything just far too transactional. I don't know. I don't know how to articulate this. I don't know how to articulate this. Live streaming is very emotional. Live streaming is very emotional. And so I mean I guess that kind of leaves a lot of this as feelings. Party camp, current party campsite. But yeah, you know, and I've had a few people, and it was weird at first because I feel bad about it, and dang, okay, the blight, how you end it. And they're like, I'm starting a Discord for other small streamers, so other small streamers can talk to other small streamers, and we can meet and get to know each other, and I guess boost each other's numbers. I think is what that's ideally about. And I never really followed up with any of those links because the person who showed up, you know, like they were never mean, but it was like they you know, they didn't like, you know, you come in and you hang out, and it's just kind of like if there's a connection and you feel this person might benefit from your community, which you will benefit as well for sure, right? But you want them to benefit too. Then they should come along. But if it's just here's a link to this thing I made to grow things, like you've got the construct, but you don't have any juice, you know? Right on the money, yeah. Genuine relationships. Well, like, yeah, I mean, the thing is you're providing value, right? Money follows value. So you can think about that coldly, like, this is my business strategy for me becoming a full-time streamer at some point, which some people do, and some people succeed at that, right? You know, but then you have to be, like, honest about that. And either way, or you can just go at it from any other perspective, but you have to be providing something of value so people, and if people find it valuable, you need to find it valuable so you're not like depressed doing it, right? And if other people find it valuable, then I mean they'll be there, you know. And that's you can make adjustments and you can try different things, sure, but then a lot of that's kind of out of your control at the same time too, to an extent. Yeah. Super fake and dishonest. I mean, they can be. Generate social capital. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. And you can do that. To an extent, I've always done that organically because I've always wanted to know. I've always been curious about people, and I've always wanted to make people comfortable. And I always thought it was funny to make people laugh. And then I want to pick people's brains. And that has just kind of worked decently well at Twitch. That's stuff I naturally do, you know? And that does build relationships, you know? Checkmate atheist. Full-time dev, full-time delivery man. Yeah. Pretend my friends talk to me now. I don't stream. Views none of my viewers. Even the smallest of what? A ton of genuine friends. 10 months, ever 14. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I didn't necessarily come to Twitch to make friends myself. I just came to have interactions, right? And I feel like friendships have come from it, you know. But I don't feel like you should go into Twitch expecting that, because it's an entertainment platform, right? I think first and foremost, and stuff can come out of that. But I mean, there's people here I would trust with my car keys, right? that I didn't know in real life beforehand. True intentions of said people, yeah. The cooler you pretend to be your friend. Who? Me, my friend? To get things out of you? I guess I've got a pretty good detection for authenticity, which I don't always that I'm not always completely conscious of. And so like it's like sometimes threads just get dropped when it doesn't feel like there's enough authentic energy there, and then I'll realize like 1 month later I didn't like continue one relationship and I continued a different one, but the one that I did continue you know, had some like actual vibe, had some actual connection. And then like another one you know, I didn't go to that Discord because there was no vibe or connection, you know, and my brain just forgot about it. Like, just poop. Joro's the most authentic friend of Joshachu. People to pretend to be your friends to get things out of you, even if it's just you watching their stream thereafter. Pretend to be your friend. I mean, what constitutes a friend? It's like if you think your stream is pretty cool and you're talking to somebody who you think would like it, it wouldn't. I don't think it's wrong to get them to want them to watch it, right? But I think that's only if you think they would like it. If you just want another number, that's just, you know, that's missing the point. It's kind of lame. That's just capital. But you know, but like, yeah, if I don't know, like if you're like entertaining somebody's problems, I suppose, because you want to maintain them as a viewer or something. Yeah, that's, I mean, I almost would just say that's wrong. And I don't say things are right or wrong all that often, but it's just, at least I'd say that's not healthy. Yeah. Insight started a whole new conversation. Hey, Fang. Pretend to be Josh's friend so I can hang out in a fun, enjoyable stream. You know, it's good. Like it's these are thoughts that have been floating around in my head, guy, but I haven't really stopped and like put them together, you know, which happens here a lot. Yeah, exactly. Like we have an honest connection, John, right? Like actual friends, right? And like thirsty, I'm not thirsty. I could probably stand to be a little more thirsty, honestly. And I've been thinking about things to grow the stream recently, but I don't want to lose what I like about it here and what's like kind of nice and organic about it, right? Like it's important that the core stays strong, and this is a place that I want to be at every single day. And the people who've been here, you know, for a month, for a year, for 2 years, continue to like it too, right? And it's like 99 streams make me gay. We normally just talk about anime here. I mean, we just talk about stuff we like, right? Stuff that we're interested in, stuff they want to analyze, stuff we critique. I want a place where share stuff, bounce, because that's what I want. Like selfishly, I want to pick like everybody's brain, right? But then I attracted a lot of other people who like to pick other people's brains too, and are cool with contrasting opinions, right? And conversational argument and things like that, and that's healthy. That's good. Stuff we don't like. Yeah. Static gameplay stream. Yeah. If a Dragon Age fan comes by, they might be kind of frustrated right now. But whatever, it's fine. What happens here? Or FF8 or the memes. Josh plays games. Evil Within. There's a couple I've dropped, right? But Cherry is the one true game. Nah, right? Nobody sees more flaws in Cherry than I do. But you know, and so really, this space, my stream, is just kind of like what I liked about Circle of Friends the arcade, what I liked about like any point in life, any circle of people, any group of social connections I ever made. Like this stream is just I guess me just kind of being conscious about the stuff that I liked about that and just trying to build a space based off that. Now, as I've become more aware of it over time, you know, and this time I'm definitively in charge. And I realized that in time away from stream, and it's just kind of like it's like I like it here, you know. The jank umbrella and the janky physics. Is this the new Call of Duty streamer? Yeah. So, and it's just like, you know, it's a good place. Long view time viewers mods here. Yeah, they've been here forever. But and other streams, I don't know. Like I feel like And I feel like I know a pretty decent chunk of other streamers who I like their streams and I like them, and they there's a vibe there. And I think in the 2+ years I've been streaming, anybody who was here perhaps for other reasons, they're not around anymore, because it was like, you know, I didn't become lyric. I don't want to do this anymore, right? And you know, I mean, well, they're just gone. The platform doesn't really support that all that well. One, Joe wrote. Two, the mobs, they will have an application. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Me with Johnny. Yeah. Yeah, like Rim. I there's folks been around for a while, you know. He needs somewhere to rant. Cause I'm being shh, quiet, Joro. All right. We needed like a number to start with, you know. And that's how this stream started too. My first stream, I just invited a bunch of old friends that I want to hang out with, but it gets hard when you get older and people have work and people move away and people get married and stuff. And I was like, well, just have everybody here and you know, hang out. And it was like it kind of had been. And not everybody is still here, which is fine because I don't want people to feel obligated to be here. But and so that's kind of set the precedence for like the vibe of the stream, and it hasn't really changed since then. So